fight because you don't know what's on the other side of that door. You got innocent people within the city, and you have to be protected over that. So you versus civilians, and you versus the fanatic enemy. And that's a recipe for disaster within itself. We were pretty limited on how many bombs we could drop on the city because of the fear for civilian casualties. We would drop a bomb on a building, and then all of a sudden, you would see a daisy chain of explosions along the road, and these were IEDs that had been placed on the road, waiting for a platoon of Marines or soldiers to come down the road and ignite the IEDs. We spoke to one large group proud of pushing the city. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is a whole can of Luke Bud. And I'm going to tell you one thing. It is an honor for me to be able to serve with each and every one of you, hard chargers. And this one Marine raised his hand and said, "When are we going? That's all I want to know." We knew that every Marine and soldier was up for the fight going into that city, but at the same time it was like a knife in my heart because I know we was going to have casualties. And to me, losing one Marine is one too many. We wanted to minimize casualties as much as we could, so we made the decision it was better to go at night. Riding through the streets of Fallujah at night, you hear gunfire smell, just sewage. Smell gunpowder residue from munitions being exploded, and feeling like I wanted to get out of this vehicle because I don't know how much of a target we are. It felt like we were going too slow, and I just wanted to get out and be able to shoot back. I hear the ramp drop and slams on the ground, and people yelling, I'm the first one running out. And I run down this ramp, clank, 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 and take a step and a half, and then I fall, get up and try to scramble, and see what I just had stepped over. And it was a dead insurgent, and I could see in the darkness that one of his arms wasn't there anymore, just this vacant stare of death. Two, realizing that yes, this is in fact a real battle. I've literally come face to face with death right here. We're getting shot at from every direction. If you were to walk down a hall, every door was opposing a big window. You'd have to run because as soon as you cross that door, a round would snap and hit the wall behind you. So it was like it was just crazy they was drugged up. They didn't care they was there to die. The battle is not won by commanders. It's won by the frontline battalion, the one that had to go in harm's way, clear every building. And there was heroism every single day on D-Day, November 10th. In Fallujah, we started our push by leaving the Dare complex. Probably about 4 p.m. We had lost Lieutenant Malcolm by that point. He had gotten shot by a sniper on the roof. The horrors of war were sinking in and were real. We were on foot. We started bounding through the rubble. Outside of the complex, we held up in a little office building. Outside of the complex, there was a 4-lane highway, the main vein of Fallujah. And I remember all their platoon huddled inside of this office room. We started bounding across the street. Gunfire was going off, and there were bullets skipping off of the street all around us, and we entered Algiers Alley after crossing that street. I remember RPGs coming in and skidding on the ground and not exploding and then moving from cover to cover. I could see bullets ricocheting in front. That's where we started going house to house. Gate to gate, door to door, building to building, getting in fights. You know, as you're going up to these houses, you know, they're throwing grenades out at you. We entered a house, cleared it all out. We got to the roof, and as soon as we got to the roof, it was just like a barrage of gunfire. Just opened up on us. Next thing I know, there's a bush. Bricks explode, and then it all goes black. Slowly it starts to come by, and you can hear them saying, "We gotta get out of here, you know? We gotta move," and you know, I couldn't make up or down or left or right, and I just knew I was looking up. And I had no idea what had happened. And then all of a sudden, you know, my vision starts to expand. It's no longer tunnel vision. I start to be able to hear sounds. And all of a sudden, it's a full-fledged gunfight. All I remember is a bright flash in darkness. And then when I woke up, I saw And then I looked behind me, and Sergeant Leo had been hit. And then Nathan Fox, who was the other squad leader. So all 3 squad leaders were hit. You know by this, you just keep taking RPG fire one after the next. My head hurts and it's confusing what's going on. And knowing that Leo's gone, morale just sunk. I was like, we're not going to make it out of here. We're not. No one's going to make it out of here. Looking around at everybody else, I was just as shook as I was. The people I saw were just having a foreboding, like feeling of impending doom coming up. What the fuck are you doing? Get out of the house, the boss come on. What happened? What did it hit me at it? Didn't hit you, what is this? It hit me, got me in my face. Was there still someone up there? I said, I see a frog. You all like, no. There's a fucking what fucking rules booby trap. So, it's alright, let's get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of this house. When I went in there, I saw a bunker, and there was a guy sleeping. I shot him as soon as I shot him. A frag was thrown at us, and we threw 2 frags in there. When it set off, we went in there, and there was smoke in the whole room. We couldn't see, and as the smoke started clearing, I heard something drop. And I asked the guys. I was like, I think it's a frag. They said, we don't know. We don't know, and then it just exploded. I was back about 10 meters. So it only got a little bit in my face and my leg. So you gotta kick in doors to get into the house.